everyone. Welcome back to the Learning Lab, where English is easy and enjoyable. I'm James, and as always, my partner in crime is sitting right here with her coffee.
Hi, I'm Jenny. And yes, I do have my coffee because it's day 27, James. 27.
I know. Can you believe we are almost done with our 30-day shadowing challenge? Before we start, quick reminder, please hit that subscribe button, okay? It really helps our little channel grow.
Yes, please subscribe. It makes James very happy. And a happy James is, well, a loud James.
Hey! That's fair, actually. Okay, so today our topic is fluency. Just speaking smoothly, without stopping every 2 seconds.
Right, and I think this is the topic everyone actually wants, James. I mean, people don't just want to know words, they want to speak like water, just flowing.
Speaking like water, I love that. Because honestly, my English used to sound like a car with a broken engine. Stop, start, stop, start.
A broken engine. Okay, that's actually a really good way to explain it. So let's talk about what fluency really means, because I think a lot of learners get confused.
Yes, please explain, because I still get confused too, honestly.
Okay, so fluency does not mean speaking fast, and it does not mean using big fancy words either. Fluency means your ideas come out smoothly with natural pauses, like a normal person talking.
Oh, that's such a good point. Because I used to think if I talk fast, people will think I'm fluent, so I would just rush through everything.
And how did that go for you?
Terrible. I mean, how do I put this? I sounded like a robot that was like malfunctioning. Fast, but nobody understood me.
That's actually a really common mistake. There's research on this too, James. Studies on second language speakers show that pausing in the right place actually makes you sound more fluent, not less.
Wait, really? So pausing is good?
Yes, because native speakers pause too. They just pause between ideas, not in the middle of a word. Like, I went to the store and I bought some milk. See? The pause is natural there.
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense now. So it's not about speed at all, it's about rhythm.
Exactly. Rhythm is a great word for it. And this is exactly why shadowing helps so much, because you're copying the rhythm of a real speaker.
Right. Okay, so for anyone just joining us today, let me explain shadowing again real quick. You listen to a sentence and then you repeat it right away, almost at the same time as the speaker.
Like a shadow following a person. That's why it's called shadowing. You're not translating, you're not thinking, you're just following.
And honestly, the first time I tried it, I felt so silly. I was talking to myself in my room like a crazy person.
I remember you telling me that. You said your roommate walked in and thought you were on the phone.
Yes. He walked in, looked at me, and just walked back out. No questions asked.
Okay, but seriously, that feeling of silliness, that's normal. A lot of learners feel embarrassed at first, but that feeling goes away after a few days.
It really does. By day 10 or so, I stopped caring completely. I was shadowing on the bus, in the kitchen, everywhere.
On the bus, people must have looked at you strange.
Oh, definitely. But you know what? I didn't care because I could feel my mouth getting faster, smoother. I don't know the right word.
I think the word you want is smoother, actually, because that's what happens. Your mouth muscles learn the shape of English sounds.
Wait, mouth muscles? Like actual muscles?
Yes, this is something people forget. Speaking a language is a physical skill, not just a mental one. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, they need practice too, just like learning to play guitar.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that. So it's kind of like going to the gym, but for your mouth.
Yes, exactly like a gym for your mouth. And shadowing is like doing reps. The more you do it, the stronger and faster those muscles become.
I love that. Mouth gym. Somebody make that a real thing, please.
Maybe we should trademark it. Okay, but let's get practical now. For someone on day 27, what should they be noticing about their own fluency?
Good question. Honestly, by this point, you should notice you're not translating in your head anymore. Like before, I would think in my language first, then translate to English.
And now?
Now, simple things just come out, like ordering coffee or saying how my day was. I don't stop and think anymore. It just happens.
That's a huge sign of progress, James. Seriously. That's actually one of the biggest markers of fluency when the translation step disappears completely.
It feels amazing, honestly, like a weight lifted off my brain. I mean, it doesn't happen with everything yet, but with simple daily stuff, yes.
That's normal too. Fluency grows in layers. First, simple daily talk, then opinions, then more complex topics. It's not all or nothing.
Okay, that's actually really comforting to hear. Because sometimes I get frustrated, like, why can't I discuss politics smoothly yet?
Well, honestly, I struggle discussing politics smoothly in my own language, James, so don't be too hard on yourself.
Fair point. Very fair point. Okay, so let's give our listeners today's practice tips since it's day 27.
Yes, today I want people to try something a little different. Instead of shadowing a new video, go back to a video from day one.
Oh, interesting. Why go backward?
Because you'll be shocked. Trust me, what felt hard and fast on day one will now feel slow and easy. And that feeling, that's proof of your progress.
Oh, I love this idea so much. It's like looking at an old photo of yourself and going, wow, look how far I've come.
Exactly like that. Progress is hard to see day by day, but easy to see when you compare across time.
Okay, I'm actually going to try this myself after we finish recording. Now I'm curious.
Me too, honestly. Now, one more tip before we wrap up. Don't shadow silently in your head. Say it out loud every single time.
Yes, this is so important. I used to do it quietly, like whispering because I felt shy, but it doesn't work the same way.
Right, because your mouth muscles need real movement. Whispering in your head is like doing a workout in your imagination.
Imagination workouts, very effective, 0 calories burned.
Exactly, zero results too. So please be loud, be confident, even if you feel silly like James on the bus.
Hey, don't bring the bus story back. Okay, so let's do a quick recap for everyone before we go.
Sounds good. So first, fluency is about rhythm and natural pauses, not speed.
Second, speaking is physical, so think of it like exercise for your mouth.
Third, notice when translation disappears. That's real progress happening.
And fourth, go back to an old shadowing video today and compare how far you've come.
And always, always speak out loud, not in your head.
Perfect summary, Jenny, as always. Okay, everyone, that's it for day 27. We are so close to finishing this challenge together.
Just 3 more days, everyone. You can do this. Keep shadowing, keep speaking out loud, and be patient with yourself.
And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It truly means a lot to us. We'll see you tomorrow for day 28.
See you then, everyone. Take care and keep practicing.